minutes until the first lifter.
At the prelim, yeah, there you go, or the prelim, call it the prelim. The is capitalized. Yeah, yeah, it's a. All right.
I need all judges to their stations, please. Judges to your stations. We are about to begin with the first lifter, Lane from Aiken Barbell. Okay, bars loaded at 26 kilos for Lane's first attempt. There's 1 minute on the clock. Christopher on deck, Mario in the hole.
Welcome everyone to the first session of the Prelim weightlifting meet. I'm David Tao with barbend.com, and we have our first lifter about to go up.
And that's a good lift for Lane at 26 kilos. We're going to go with automatic increase for his second, unless I hear otherwise. 2 minute clock. 27 kilos for Lane's second attempt. We have 1 minute left for Lane's second attempt at 27 kilos. Christopher on deck, Mario in the hole.
We have Christopher Jacobs about to come out for his second attempt in the snatch. Folks, if you're watching this morning, we'd love to hear
30
from you.
seconds left for Lane's second attempt at 27 kilos.
Let us know in the comments on the live stream where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and we'll be bringing you lifting here from the SoFit Expo in Jacksonville all day today and tomorrow.
how it's done. So we're gonna go with automatic increase for his final one more time, 28, unless I hear otherwise. Loaders, let's load that bar to 30 kilos for Lane's final attempt. 2 more minutes on that clock for him. Mario's on deck, Christopher in the hole.
Plenty of good lifting going on throughout today. We have the youth boys, all youth boys lifting first thing this morning, followed by the youth girls in the next session, which begins at 10:30 a.m. Female 48 and 53 kilo lifters at 12:30 p.m. Male 56, 62, 69, and 77 are at 2:30 p.m. And then the male 58 kilo session, I think that's actually listed incorrectly on the start list. The female 58 kilo session begins at 4:30 p.m. today. Then we have 6 more sessions tomorrow, and we will be bringing you every lift live here on the Barbend Facebook page. We'll also be sharing live to the Camargo Oli Concepts Facebook page, so you can watch there. Folks, if you like what you're seeing, if you're cheering on a lifter, or you just appreciate some good lifting down here in Florida, please go ahead and share the stream. That's going to allow more people to see the stream and more people to watch weightlifting on this last weekend of August. What thing better to do than watch some weightlifting?
So close, let's give him a round of applause. That was a great attempt for Lane. We're gonna load that bar to 42 kilos for Mario's first attempt. Christopher on deck, chasing the hole.
Stephen and Linda Short chiming in this morning saying they're rooting for Christopher Jacobs from Beach Mountain, North Carolina. Christopher Jacobs is lifting in this session. He is in the male youth 56 kilogram category, and we'll be seeing him pretty shortly. So Steve and Linda, thanks for the shout out. I'm sure Chris appreciates that, and we'll be seeing him here in just a few lifters.
Bar is loaded at 42 kilos for Mario's first attempt. 1 minute on the clock.
Today, Mario. All right, come on, let's go.
Mario's first attempt on the snatch.
Get set.
That's a good lift. That's some fast lifting. Great positioning under the barbell.
Unless we hear otherwise for his second attempt.
Good work there for Mario.
Loaders, let's load that bar to 44 kilos for Mario's second attempt. 2 minutes on that clock. Christopher on deck.
We already have our first lifter shout out of the morning, but folks, if you are watching today and you have a particular lifter you're cheering for, or you're just watching and want to let us know where you're watching from and maybe give a shout out to your local weightlifting club, please let us know. We'd love to shout you guys out. We love to hear where people are watching from. We love to hear where people are rooting for. and we love to hear how people's training is going. We're going to have some great guest color commentators on a little later this weekend. For right now, we're bringing you this live from beautiful Jacksonville, Florida, and the SoFit Expo. Mike Graber already chiming in early on a Saturday morning, watching from Brooklyn, New York. Mike is a resident of Lyndhurst, New Jersey, but apparently this morning he's in Brooklyn watching. So thanks for tuning in, Mike. Great to hear from you. Hope you enjoy some lifting all weekend. Attempt number 2 for Mario Ortiz. He nailed his first attempt. Sorry, attempt number 2 for 44. He nailed his first at 42. Much like the first attempt, that's 3 whites.
44 kilos. Let's slow that bar to 45 kilos. The lifter is going to be Christopher for his first attempt. Chase on deck.
We have Vladimir Barham watching from Houston, Texas. Great to hear from you this morning, Vladimir. Vladimir, if you have a local weightlifting club that you train out of, let us know which one it is. We want to give them a shout out. Helen LaChance Paul is watching from Pompano Beach, Florida, and we'll be cheering on Lavenda James and Rachel Ann Batista in the Masters portion tomorrow, as well as Allison from Triple C Weightlifting. Folks, we're bringing you this live coverage both days, Saturday and Sunday, from the SoFit Expo here in Jacksonville. So if there's someone you're cheering for tomorrow, tune back in. You'll get to see them lift. Great first lift.
45 kilos. We're going to tighten up that bar for Chase's first attempt at 45.
Thanks to those of you tuning in early morning Saturday. We've actually been here since about 6 a.m. So if you're just waking up now and watching some lifting over breakfast as you get your day started, thank you very much for tuning in and supporting these young lifters. A few of whom are competing for the first time today. Pretty neat.
Do have to wait for that down call, but that's all right. He still has 2 more chances. We're going to tighten up that bar for him, give him 2 more minutes on that clock for his second attempt.
That's going to be a no lift and wait for his down signal.
Loaders that slow the bar
You have to get
46
that
kilos. The lifter is
from
going to be
the
Mario
judge.
for his final attempt. Christopher on deck, chasing the hole. .46 kilos on the bar from Mario's final attempt from CF3P Weightlifting.
Come on now.
Lays it at the bottom for a good lift.
Snatches.
3 great makes for Mario this morning.
Christopher's second attempt. Chase on deck. Spencer in the hole.
Folks, we have more comments coming in. People telling us where they're watching from, who they're cheering for. Love hearing those.
Second attempt. Christopher on deck. Spencer in the hole.
We have Hadia saying lots of cheers from London. That's our first confirmed international viewer this morning. Thank you for checking in. We want to hear where you're watching from. Maybe you have a local weightlifting club or gym that you work out of. We'd love to give them a shout out and highlight some local weightlifting communities both here in the U.S. and abroad. And if you like the stream, if you're enjoying it this morning, go ahead and give it a like, give it a share. That helps more people see it. It's going to feed it out to more fans of weightlifting all around the globe. So give it a like, give it a share.
47 kilos on the bar for Chase's second attempt from Team Oli Concepts. 1 minute on the clock.
Chat with us in the comments. Second attempt for Chase. Didn't quite get the down signal in time on his first attempt. Let's see if he can be a little more patient here. He had plenty of strength for the lift. Much better.
47 kilos. Let's load that bar to 48 kilos for Christopher's second attempt.
We have Ryan Chaney saying, the Fighting Fit Gym, South Wales, UK. Ryan, thanks for watching this morning. That's our second confirmed international viewer from across the pond. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We're going to bring it to you all weekend long. A shout out goes out to the volunteers here at the Pralium. A lot of these folks drove up this morning or even yesterday morning from Orlando. We got some great loaders doing an awesome job with these youth lifters today, and it's a lot of people behind the scenes working today. You're going to have a lot of volunteers involved, even with a large local meet like this. And I think their actual volunteer list is between 10 and 12 people from Camargo Oli Concepts that came up to volunteer and make sure this event was a success. So a big shout out to them. They're the folks who kind of power the meets behind the scenes. Don't get the on-camera time, don't get the same credit as the lifters or even the coaches, but they're just as vital. We have our first confirmed viewer from Ireland, Yvonne Halpin, saying County Tipperary. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. South of Ireland. And then we have Renee Melancon Brewster cheering on Brianna Lind and Jordan Levine from CrossFit Crestview in Florida. We're cheering them on too. Folks, if you like the stream, give it a like, give it a reaction on Facebook, and give it a share. Share it with your friends, share it on your own wall. The last weightlifting meet we live streamed, we had over 100,000 viewers, and that's because folks like you shared the stream, talked about it, told people there was great lifting going on over the course of the weekend, told their friends about it. People tuned in, gave a lot of support. We had around 5,000 different comments on all the streams. So we obviously want to make sure that we keep up that momentum and give these lifters lots of support today. Great looking lift.
Good lift for Christopher at 48 kilos. Let's load 49 kilos on the bar for Chase's final attempt. Loaders, let's load that bar to 50 kilos. The lifter is now Spencer for his first attempt.
We have Appy saying, go Rachel. Rip that out of the ground. Peyton Brown shouting out Team OC, Team Oli Concepts. Joseph is watching from Sense Gym in Long Beach, California. Hey, Joseph. You're up early this morning if you're watching on California time. Thanks for getting up and tuning in today.
Okay, loaders, let's load that bar to 50 kilos. 50? Okay, the lifter is now Chase for his final attempt. Christopher on deck, Spencer in the hole. Good lift for Chase at 50 kilos. We're going to tighten up that bar for Christopher's final attempt at 50. Spencer on deck, Carlos in the hole.
Michael Tanna. Michael Tanna's watching from Darwin, Australia. That fast lift was mint. We think so too. Maybe in different words, though. Oh, can't quite hold on to that. Good attempt.
Loaders, let's bring that bar to 53 kilos for Spencer's first attempt.
Christopher will be
Carlos on
credited
deck,
with his
Bowman
second
in
snatch
the
at
hole.
48 kilos today, which looked fantastic. Vladimir Barham is watching from Elite Warrior Lifting in Houston, Texas.
53
Thanks
kilos
for watching
bar,
this morning.
Spencer's first attempt from Vero Beach Weightlifting. 1 minute on the clock.
Let's go, Spence.
Here we go, Spencer. First attempt, 53 kilos in the snatch. That's a good attempt.
Spencer at 53 kilos. We're going to go with automatic increase for his second, unless I hear otherwise. 2 minutes on the clock.
Folks, we have a lot of great people involved in covering this event today. We have Lifting Life here, taking some awesome photographs that I'm sure will be available on their site over the course of the next few weeks. They always do an awesome
54
job
kilos
at
on the
events
bar
big
for
and small
Spencer's second attempt.
across
2
the
minutes on
U.S.
clock.
If you hear the camera shutters next to us, that's just them doing their thing.
Stop the clock. Loaders, let's load that bar to 55 kilos for Spencer's second attempt.
Maybe we can actually convince their photographer to come on a little later in the weekend and talk about photography, but I think he's probably pretty busy shooting. Folks, just a reminder, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and give it a like, give it a reaction on Facebook, give it a share, which will let more people see the awesome lifting going on this weekend. And if you're digging it and you have something to say, let us know in the comments. Maybe it's a question. Maybe it's a question for Danny Camargo, the event organizer who coaches some very high-level athletes and puts on local meets. This is his 16th year in a row putting on a local meet in Central and Northern Florida. Does a great job with them, always. If you have questions for Danny, if you have questions for me, my name is David Tao of Barbend. And if you just want to shout out the lifters and give them some encouragement because they can go and watch these videos
55
after the
kilos
fact.
On the bar, 1 minute 45 seconds on the clock for Spencer's second attempt from Vero Beach Weightlifting. Carlos on deck.
And I know for a fact the lifters love going back, watching the videos of their lifts and seeing people commenting, shouting them out, giving them props, giving them encouragement. So go ahead and do that. Even if it's someone you don't know and you like their lifting, give them a shout out. They'll love to hear it. Ruben Romero says, great idea on this using Facebook Live. Thanks, Ruben. We love Facebook Live. We're actually also simulcasting on YouTube. funny enough. So if for some reason you guys are not able to access the Facebook live stream, go on the Barbend YouTube page and you'll see these same sessions live there. Facebook's cool because the comments get automatically archived along with the stream, so there's that added level of interactivity. But we do simulcast, we do have the redundant streams, just because we want to make sure that this is coming to you, the people who want to watch lifting. Spencer's second attempt. That even looked better than his first.
Good lift for Spencer. We're gonna go with automatic increase for his for his final attempt. 2 more minutes on that clock.
Rachel Ann Batista says, shout out to Vanessa, the announcer. She's the event announcer. You can probably hear her over the microphone announcing the lifters into the live audience. She's doing a fantastic job this morning. Has a great voice for it. Obviously knows what she's talking about.
56 kilos on the bar for Spencer's final attempt.
Rachel, let us know how you know Vanessa. Is she an old friend? Is she someone you train with?
On the bar for Spencer's final attempt.
Katie Lastinger is asking if Mario Ortiz lifted yet. Yes, Mario did. He went 3 for 3, made all of his snatches, ended with 46 kilograms, and he'll be coming back out later this hour for the clean and jerk portion of the event. So, Katie, stick around and watch Mario clean and jerk after the snatch portion. Chris Finney asks, is Chris Chase competing? I don't see a Chris Chase on the start list today. Rachel Ann Batista says, Vanessa is the voice of South Florida weightlifting. Well, she's the voice of Jacksonville weightlifting today. She's doing a great job. We're lucky to have her announcing, and these lifters are having a much easier time because of it. All right, here's Spencer's third attempt. Oh, misses it behind him.
That was a great attempt for Spencer. Lowe's is bringing the bar up to 77 kilos. The lifter is going to be Carlos for his first attempt. Cole on deck, Bowen in the hole.
Spencer will be credited with his second attempt. He's an 85-kilogram youth lifter out of Vero Beach Weightlifting. Ruben Romero asked, are there any lifters from Epidemic Weightlifting in Stuart, Florida today? Over the course of the weekend, I think there are 8 lifters in this competition from Epidemic. So, Ruben, plenty of Epidemic Weightlifting lifters to cheer on today and tomorrow. John Heng is asking, what are the 2 clocks for? That is a great question, and I will get to that right after the next lifter we have on deck. Caitlin Ruther is asking, where is this event? It's at the SoFit Expo in Jacksonville. Oh, just behind.
That was a close lift for Carlos, but he still has 2 more chances to hit that. We're going to tighten up that bar for him, give him 2 more minutes for his second attempt at 77.
So the 2 clocks, that's a great question. I believe 1 clock comes up when, at this particular event, there were some issues getting both clocks to run between 1 and 2 minutes. So the 2-minute clock is for some of these longer breaks. and auto increases. That's why you're seeing the two clocks today. They're not necessarily different. They just couldn't get all the functionality into one of the screens for some reason. But Box Tribe today is providing the live scoring, and they're actually providing live scoring for most of the events here today at the SoFit Expo. Strongman Corporation has Strongman and Strongwoman going on. There is a competitive functional fitness competition. There is a powerlifting competition. And, of course, there's weightlifting, which is right here in room 102 if you're at the Convention Center in Jacksonville, Florida. Yeah, hope I could clear that up for you, John. It's more of a technical issue just with the venue and equipment today as opposed to a new rule or parameter in weightlifting. Thanks for tuning in, John. Thanks for asking. All right, Carlos, who also goes by CJ, on his second attempt, missed the first just behind him. Oh.
So close. He still has one more chance to come back and get that. We're going to tighten up that bar for him. Give him 2 more minutes. Come back, and that's right there for him.
I tell you, folks, it takes a lot of body awareness, mobility, and core stability to duck walk like that in the bottom of an overhead squat in an attempt to save the lift. This is a make or break lift for CJ on his third attempt. He needs to make this to have a chance at securing a total today. Looks plenty strong. He's missed both lifts behind him. We know he can get the bar in position. It's just recovering strongly. That might be something that he's having a little trouble with this morning. Michael Tana asks, what session is this? Seems like mixed weight classes and maybe mixed ages. Michael, you are right. This is all of the men's youth lifters. So that's all boys 17 and below. There are a mix of weight classes. We have 56 all the way up to 85 kilo lifters in this session today. Bryce is asking, is this an all ages weightlifting event? Yep, these are just the youth lifters this morning. Youth males in the first session today, youth females in the second session today. And then we have older lifters a little later on this weekend.
All right, everyone, let's stand behind Carlos as he goes for his final attempt, 77 kilos for Coastal Empire weightlifting.
Come on, CJ. Go, CJ. You got it.
Oh, beautiful lift for CJ.
There it is, 77 for Carlos. Good.
Way to make a must-make attempt.
78 kilos for Cole's first attempt.
A few other
Cole
questions
on deck.
we have coming in. Someone was asking, is Joey Desiato lifting this weekend? He sure is. Joey is lifting tomorrow in the men's 85 kilogram class. Clutch lift. I agree, Ben Engel. Clutch lift. He adjusted his pull a little bit, caught it very stably. Yes, that's right, Bryce. If you're watching on the stream, all youth lifters go first today, and then the women and men throughout the rest of the weekend. That's correct. That's how you do it.
For Bowen, 78 kilos. We're going to tighten up that bar for Bowen's first attempt at 78 from Coastal Empire.
Janice Castro is asking, anyone from CF3P Barbell Club lifting soon? We have 3 CF3P folks over the weekend right in front of me. I don't know exactly when each is lifting. I believe we had one male youth lifter, Mario Ortiz from CF3P, who's lifting in this session and will be taking his clean and jerk attempts in just a little bit.
Easy way, let's go. Hold it. Down.
Way to stabilize and adjust.
Beautiful
Very
for
nice.
Bowen at 78 kilos. We're going to go with automatic increase for his second unless I hear otherwise. Loaders, let's bring that bar to 82 kilos. The lifter is now Cole for his second attempt.
A lot of people cheering for Cole on the thread. We have Peyton Brown, Matrice Lee, Rachel Ann Batista, cheering for Cole. Cole Phipps seems to have a large cheering session today as he comes out for his, I believe, second attempt in the snatch at 82 kilograms. Folks, these are young lifters, very young, 17 or under, lifting weights that a lot of adults are hitting in these same weight classes. So the future of American weightlifting looks bright, and it all starts with these young men and women we'll see in the first two sessions today. Folks, if you like what you're seeing, a reminder to give it a like, give it a reaction on Facebook, and give it a share. The more people who share this stream, the more people are going to cheer on these lifters, and we think that's great. Cole prepping for his second attempt.
That's a close miss for Cole, but he still has one more chance to come back with that. We're going to tighten up that bar for Bowen's second attempt at 82 kilos.
Go, Bowen. Come on now.
Come on, guy. Easy weight.
Nice. Come on.
Big pull, reach up.
Close
Plenty of
miss,
power,
great
plenty of
battle going
speed.
on between
Couldn't quite
Bowen and
stabilize
Cole.
it.
We're going to tighten that bar up one more time for Cole's final attempt at 82 kilos.
So folks, if you're just tuning in now, we're nearing the end of the snatch portion of this first session here at the Pralium, and the clean and jerks will come up
Final
about 10
attempt
minutes
for
after
Cole
the end of
from
this
Team
session.
Only Concepts at 82 kilos, Bowen on deck.
So there's a lifter you're cheering for, and they've already gone this session. Stick around, because they'll be doing their clean and jerks after this, and so far, everyone in this session has posted a good lift. So everyone's going to total in this session, assuming they can make a clean and jerk.
Fire up, let's go.
So stick around, we'll go on a little break, but come back and we'll be right where you left us. Much better lift from Cole.
There it is, good lift for Cole at 82 kilos. Let's tighten up that bar for Bowen's final attempt at 82. Loaders, let's actually load that bar to 83 kilos for Bowen's final attempt.
Come on, guy. Big pull, reach up.
Beautiful lift for Bowen at 83
It's going to be a
kilos.
good lift,
That was-
2 to 1,
That was the
4.
last lift of this snatch session. We're going to take a 10-minute break and we'll come back for the clean and jerks. Loaders, if we could put the bar at 37 kilos.
So folks, you just saw the last snatch of this session for youth boys. Stick around, we're actually going to keep the stream going, and we have a 10-minute break right now, but the clean and jerks will be coming back up in 10 minutes. So lifting will reconvene in about 10 minutes. We're going to keep this stream up so it's all archived nice and together. So you're going to see the loaders doing their thing, you're going to see some coaches, you're going to see the audience mingling about and hear that. But don't go anywhere, because we'll be back with more lifting to see these lifters do their thing once again. This weekend? Oh, yeah.
So, I know you said you're using all your microphone splitters. Do you know anyone in the building that might have a splitter to make a mic into 2 cords?
What are you using?
So the other room doesn't have sound splitters. And if I run this cord to the other room, it works. It just kind of works. But I have 1 microphone, 2 cords. I need to split it into. Yes, sir.
What? You have 2 microphones, 1 voice.
No, 1 microphone, 2 cords. So I need to make a Y splitter for it. I need that splitter. I don't really want to run to Best Buy because.
Yeah, we just ran Best Buy twice, but.
Do you know anyone in the building? Are you any other IT guys or tech guys?
If you can, by the way, put this down here.
Oh, sorry.
You want to.
Glad to curse.
And honestly,
Because I think Radio Shack got it. That's why
Radio Shack. Actually, Best Buy have it. Radio Shack. Really? Radio Shack have it.
Thank you, sir.
2 minutes until the first lifter, which is Lane, 2 minutes. We 25 seconds until the first lifter. 25 seconds. The first lifter is Lane, Christopher on deck, Mario in the hole. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. 37 kilos on the bar for Lane's first attempt from Aiken Barbell. 1 minute on the clock.
Folks, we are back. We're starting with the clean and jerks here in session 1 of the Pralium Men's Youth Lifters. We had a few questions during the break between the snatch and clean and jerk.
Lane is the lifter. We have 45 seconds on the clock for his first attempt.
Bryce Sheehan asked, I see the weights are Rogue. What barbell are they using? Rogue is providing all the equipment this weekend, so you'll see Rogue barbells and Rogue plates in both the lifting venue platform and in the warm-up area. Easy power clean. Textbook lifting.
Good lift for Lane at 37 kilos. We're going to go with automatic increase for his second attempt.
Peyton Brown.
2 minutes on the clock.
During the break, Peyton Brown said, wish I was there with my team this weekend. Support from home is better than no support at all. Let's go, Team Oli Concepts. We agree. Guys, if you want to show your support while you're watching, give it a like, give it a share, and toss some comments on the stream. Lifters love going back, watching video of themselves lifting, and seeing all the comments of their friends, family, and training partners giving them some support. All it takes is a quick comment, and the lifters really, really appreciate it. We're back here, if you're just tuning in, with the clean and jerk portion of the first session here at the Pralium. The Pralium is the latest in a long line of local competitions that Danny Camargo and Camargo Oli Concepts have put on every year, annually, at least once a year for the past 16 years. This is probably the largest. We have over 150 lifters lifting this weekend. So probably one of the most well-run, well-organized, and largest local meet you'll ever see. It's actually part of the greater SoFit Expo today in the Jacksonville Convention Center. There's strongman, powerlifting, functional fitness, and, of course, weightlifting going on this weekend. So a lot to see here if you're a fan of strength.
That's
second
a good
attempt.
lift for Lane at 39 kilos. Let's go with automatic increase for his final attempt. 2 minutes on his clock. Mario on deck, Christopher in the hole. Loaders, let's bring that bar to 42 kilos for Lane's final attempt, please. Bars loaded at 42 kilos for Lane's final attempt from Aiken Barbell. 2 minutes on that clock. Mario on deck, Christopher in the hole.
Steven Simpson, tuning in on the thread, says, I can remember power cleaning like that as a kid because I couldn't get out of the hole. Steven, I still have that problem. Even today, I still have that problem. And will oftentimes power clean or attempt to power clean with a heavy load. Should probably work on that. Not just a problem amongst youth lifters. Steven, thank you for tuning in this morning and watching some great lifting going on in Jacksonville, Florida. Folks, if you want a shout out for your local weightlifting club, all you got to do is post it in the comments. And I'll be more than happy to shout out any local weightlifting club represented by any of our viewers this morning. So I want to hear it. Tell me where you're watching from, where you lift, who your coach is, who your training partners are, what meets you're excited about for the rest of this year. Oh, just missed out in
Let's give
front.
him a round of applause. That was a great attempt for Lane at 42 kilos. Loaders, can we bring the bar to 52 kilos? Yes. For Mario's first attempt, Christopher on deck, Spencer in the hole.
Folks, if you like what you're seeing, I would like nothing more, and these lifters would like nothing more than to read your comments. So let us know where you're watching from. If you like what you're seeing, share the stream so that more people can watch this great weightlifting going on this weekend here in Jacksonville, Florida. Sandy Marie is cheering for Mario. A lot of Mario fans. Folks, I just got a note from Meet Director Danny Camargo that the schedule you might see online is actually a little bit outdated. The most recent schedule has been emailed to all the lifters and coaches participating this weekend. And I actually have the updated schedule right here in front of me. So today, we have currently all the youth boys lifting. At 10:30 a.m., we have all the youth girls lifting. At 12:30 p.m., the women's 48 and 53 kilo lifters.
CF3P weightlifting.
At 2:30 p.m., the men's 56, 62, 69, and 77 weight classes. At 4:30 p.m., the women's 58 kilo weight classes. And at 6 p.m., the women's 63 kilogram weight class. So that's the updated schedule for Saturday. I will read it off once again in just a bit.
Height. Respect. Come on now. Big breath. Hold. Hold.
Good lift for Mario.
That's some good-looking lifting from Mario. He officially has a total for today.
Increase for his second, unless I hear otherwise.
Yanira Alvarez Ortiz, watching the stream today, says, shout out to Crestview Florida Barbell Club and our great coach, Mark Purcell. Yanira, thank you so much for commenting, and shout out to Crestview Barbell Club. which I believe has some lifters represented this weekend here at the Prelude. A lot of love for Mark Purcell and Crestview, Florida Barbell Club.
Loaders, that's the bar
on the thread.
54 kilos for Mario's second attempt.
Folks, if you like what you're seeing, give it a shout out, give it a reaction, give it a like, give it a heart or a smiley face. Facebook has these new reaction emojis. Let us know how you're feeling. If you wish you were here, let us know where you're watching from. We've had lifters tuning in from Ireland and London today, in addition to all around the United States. Very cool to see the international nature of weightlifting. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter where you're from. Weightlifting is a truly global sport with amazing representation in just about every inhabited continent.
5 kilos on the bar for Mario's second attempt, please.
Now we have Mario Ortiz prepping for his second clean and jerk attempt. Smoked his first. Mario's got a lot of fans on the live stream commenting, cheering for him. I'm sure he's going to love going back and reading those comments a little later on this weekend or this coming week. And folks, just a reminder, Meet Director Danny Camargo has let me know that the schedule that you might see on the SoFit Expo website is a little different than the lifting schedule that's actually occurring this weekend. So today we have the men's youth boys going now, youth girls lifting at 10:30, women's 48-53 kilo weight classes lifting at 12:30, men's 56, 62, 69, 77 at 2:30, women's 58 at 4:30, and women's 63 at 6 p.m. today on Saturday.
55 kilos for Mario's second attempt from CF3P weightlifting.
Mario Ortiz, second attempt clean and jerk. His first looked textbook. He also made all 3 snatches earlier this morning.
Justice, come on.
Deep breath.
We're going to go with automatic for his final. 2 more minutes on the clock.
Janice Castro says, nice. That was some good lifting by Mario. It sure was. Any other Mario fans out there? Cheer him on. He has 1 more lift left. If he makes his last lift, he'll go 6 for 6 on the day, which is quite the accomplishment for any lifter at any point in their career. A perfect day. So let's give Mario some more shout-outs if you're cheering for him. And folks, if you're tuning in now, just to let you know, the lifting schedule you might see online is a little different than the one that's actually occurring this weekend. Tomorrow, we have all female masters lifting at 9 a.m., all male masters lifting at 10:30 a.m., the men's 85 kilo lifters at 12:30 p.m., the women's 69 kilo lifters at 2:30 p.m., and then the men's 94, 105, and 105 plus at 4:30, the women's 75 and 75 plus at 6:30 tomorrow. So that is the updated schedule for Sunday. Again, a little different than what you might see currently online, but an updated schedule has been emailed to all the lifters competing this weekend. Nathan Sutrick says, nice, Mario. Michelle Netzier says, go, Mario. Micah Young says, yay, Mario. Janice Castro says, nice. in reaction to Mario's second clean and jerk, which he smoked. Katie Lastinger saying, "Way to go, Mario. Best son ever. So proud of you." That's awesome to hear. And it's great, folks, that technology allows people around the world to watch even local weightlifting meets like this. Whether your family members are overseas, in a different time zone, in a different city, maybe in the same city, just can't quite make it. This allows them to cheer on lifters regardless of location from their mobile device or their desktop computer. So pretty neat. Neat way for lifters to connect and cheer each other on around the globe. It's going to be a no lift for Mario. Couldn't quite stabilize in the bottom of the clean.
The lifter is Christopher for his first attempt. Spencer on deck. Chase in the hole.
Mario Ortiz will finish 5 for 6 on the day. He made all 3 snatches for a best snatch of 46 kilograms. He made 2 of his 3 clean and jerks for a best clean and jerk of 55 kilograms. He finishes with a 101 total and a 165.16 Sinclair. That's scorekeeping brought to you by Box Tribe, who's doing the live scoring today here at the Pralium. Big thanks and shout out to Box Tribe. Helen Paul's asking, will Barbend be covering any other meets coming up in Florida? I'll answer right after this lift.
Good lift for Christopher at 58 kilos. We're going to go with automatic unless I hear otherwise.
So that was Christopher Jacobs with his first attempt today on the clean and jerk. Very good looking lift.
Loaders, let's bring the bar to 60 kilos. The lifter is now Chase for his first attempt. Christopher on deck, Spencer in the hole.
Helen Paul asking if Barbend will be covering any other meets coming up in Florida. Helen, we don't have any on the schedule for the next few months. We are looking to cover some more great weightlifting meets over the next couple months and seasons. But again, nothing on the schedule for Florida in the next few months. That could change. We will keep you updated. Thank you for asking, and we hope you enjoy our live stream. Our last live streamed event was the RVA Open
First attempt from Team Only Concepts, Christopher on deck.
in Richmond, Virginia, and that was in mid-July, and it was quite a bit of fun. We had a lot of good lifters, great venue. The folks at RVA CrossFit did an awesome job, much like Camargo Oli Concepts is doing an awesome job here in Jacksonville. Waits for the down signal, gets it. That's 3 white lights.
We're going to tighten up that bar for Christopher's second attempt at 60.
Micah Young says, great job, Mario. Nathan Sutrick, 101 total. Way to go, brother. Yeah, Mario did great today. Went 5 for 6, and a lot of people cheering for him in the comments, which is always awesome to see.
There's now Spencer for his first attempt. Christopher on deck. Chase in the hole.
These youth lifters are, I mean, this is the future of American weightlifting, folks. These are the folks, these are the lifters who are going to be your national qualifiers in the next few years. Maybe even a world team member is lifting today on this platform, a future world team member. You never know, but it all starts with the support these lifters get from their coaches, their community, their parents, and from you, the fans. Christopher Jacobs, second attempt on the clean and jerk, 61 kilograms. Good lifting from Christopher. That's well above body weight for that youth lifter.
1 kilos. We're going to go with automatic increase. Actually, loaders, let's load that bar to 63 kilos for Chase's second attempt. Christopher on deck, Spencer in the hole.
We got lots of viewers on the stream, including Joe Auer, watching today from Manhattan, New York. Thanks for tuning in, Joe. Helen LaChance Paul says, great lift, Christopher. I'm sure he appreciates that, Helen. Thanks for the shout out. Folks, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and give the stream a share. That's going to let more people see some awesome weightlifting going on here in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. Actually, my first time in Jacksonville, and so far, so good. And lots of great lifting here at the SoFit Expo today.
Good lift for Chase at 63 kilos. We are going to load. We're going to load the bar to 64 kilos. The lifter is Spencer for his first attempt. Christopher on deck, Chase in the hole.
Folks, I want to give some more local weightlifting club shout outs. So let us know where you're watching from and where you lift. Maybe who coaches you. Would love to give all of those people, places, and things some shout outs on the live stream. It's always cool to go back and watch those in the archived live streams. So let me know where you're lifting, where you're lifting from, where you're watching from, and where you lift.
Let's go, Spence. Chest up, heels. Let's go. Up. Easy. Let's go. Control your dip. Heels finish. Tight. Tight. Go. Down.
Good for Spencer at 64 kilos. Let's tighten up that bar for Christopher's final attempt at 64.
Peter Keenan is watching from East Kilbride, Scotland. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you for tuning in, Peter. Another one of our international viewers this morning. Peter says, good lifting. We like to agree. We like watching youth lifting, the next generation of rising American weightlifting stars. And then Brant Ray is watching from Alabama. Brant, where in Alabama are you watching from? Huntsville, Birmingham, Montgomery, Tuscaloosa, Decatur? Let us know where you're watching from. All right, Christopher Jacobs, third and final attempt. Great clean.
Stay back.
Nails the jerk. He's got excellent lockout on that jerk.
That was a good lift for Christopher, going 3 for 3 on his clean and jerks. Let's load the bar to 65 kilos for Spencer's second attempt. Chase on deck, Owen in the hole.
Nathan Sutrick is watching in Milton, Florida from CF3P Barbell. Coaches Joey Palladino. CF3P has 8 lifters competing this weekend, I believe, here at the Pralium.
Loaders, let's load the bar to 66 kilos. The lifter is Chase for his final attempt. Spencer on deck, Owen in the hole.
Maria Jacobs has come on, Christopher. That's my brother. Well, he lifted very well this weekend. I believe Christopher went 5 for 6. He made his first 2 snatches and all 3 clean and jerks to end with a 112 kilo total. And then Brant Ray says he's watching from Parrish, Alabama. It's a small town about an hour north of Tuscaloosa. Thanks for tuning in, Brant. Thanks for giving a shout out. You don't have to be here live to watch. You don't even have to be in a big town. You can watch this live stream from anywhere, straight from your mobile device if you want to. Thanks to the power of Facebook Live. We're also simulcasting on YouTube Live if you folks prefer watching on that platform. Or if for any reason you have trouble accessing Facebook throughout the day, you can also watch on the Barbend YouTube channel. Just a reminder, folks, the next session up today is the youth girls, and they will start lifting around 10:30 a.m., so shortly after this session ends. But still a few more lifters to go, and a lot of great lifting to go in this session, the youth boys.
Chase for a great attempt. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's load that bar to 67 kilos for Spencer's second attempt. Bowen on deck, Carlos in the hole.
Some more questions coming in on the live stream. Brant Ray asking if we'll be at universities next month in New Orleans. We will not be at universities next month in New Orleans. However, if you want us at a particular competition, there are a few ways to make sure, or to help make sure that happens. A, let us know. Email us at info@barbend.com or send us a Facebook message and let your local event organizer know that you love the Barbend live streams.
Tight up. Let's go.
Get your air, stay tight.
Heels, finish your drive. Punch. Tight.
Can't quite take the jerk.
So close, but he still has one more chance to hit that. We're going to tighten up that bar for him, put 2 minutes on the clock for his final attempt at 67 kilos.
Brad Brenner says he's watching from the left coast, Portland, Oregon. So plenty of folks up early in California and Oregon on the west coast or the left coast this morning. Thank you all for tuning in.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Nothing like starting the day with some weightlifting.
Check, 1, 2.
Peyton Brown says, I love Brian from Vero Beach Weightlifting. He coached me when I was at the OTC. That's Olympic Training Center, for those who don't know, earlier this
67
month.
kilos on the bar for Spencer's final attempt. 1 minute, 35 seconds on the clock. Bowen on deck, Carlos in the hole.
And folks, in case you aren't aware, the Olympic Training Center has actually discontinued their weightlifting residency program and their weightlifting program. It was a longtime home of many top American weightlifters and a temporary home and a visit for many top American weightlifters who weren't necessarily training full-time in Colorado. So I'm sure it will be sorely missed by many in the American weightlifting community. And if you have thoughts or reactions to hearing about the closing of the OTC for
1
weightlifters,
minute on the clock
please
for
let us know in the
Spencer's final
comments.
attempt at 67 kilos.
Folks, if you like the live stream and you'd like to see us at more competitions, let us know. info@barbend.com, and let your local event organizers know as well.
Tight.
Close safe on the clean there.
Butt back, knees out. Heels. Finish. Fight.
Oh, can't stabilize that jerk.
Great fight for Spencer. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's load that bar at 93 kilos for Bowen's first attempt. Carlos on deck. Cole in the hole.
Michael Straub asking, do the competitors choose what weight they want ahead of time, or do they choose as they go? Well, it's a little bit of both. So they have to declare an opening weight before the start of lifting at the competition. And then it's really up to normally their coaches, whether they make the first attempt or not, how they're looking on the day. They can't go down in weight. So once a weight is declared, they certainly can't take an attempt of less weight than that. And they must go up if they choose to increase by a minimum of 1 kilogram. And why are they only allowed 3 lifts? Well, that's the sport of weightlifting. Each lifter is allowed 3 attempts in the snatch. There's a small break, and then each weightlifter is allowed 3 attempts in the clean and jerk. The combined total of those two, of the highest made lift in both those disciplines, is added together to get the lifter's total. And that is basically the sport of weightlifting. So when someone says they are a weightlifter, if they're using proper nomenclature, it is someone who participates competitively in the snatch and the clean and jerk. A power lifter does the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. A strongman competitor is doing all sorts of implements, including Atlas stones, circus dumbbells, yoke walks, sometimes deadlifts as well. But a weightlifter, it's the snatch and the clean and jerk. That is the sport of weightlifting. That is what is tested in the Olympics. If you guys were watching in Rio, you saw people lifting weights. That is what you saw. Now, the Paralympics have their own weightlifting disciplines, including, for example, the bench press and Paralympic powerlifting. So Paralympic powerlifting starts in September, also in Rio with the 2016 Paralympics, and there will be a lot of good Paralympic powerlifting to watch there. So if you're thinking of tuning in, you will see some impressive feats of strength at that competition as well. So Athletics is not done in Rio for the year. A lot of people forget about the Paralympics coming up, but tons and tons of impressive athletes yet to compete. So you can't see it from the camera on the platform because that's where the action's going on, but the spectator crowd is actually starting to
Okay, bars
fill
loaded
up
at
here at the
93
SoFit
kilos for
Expo
Bowen's first attempt from Coastal Empire.
here at the
Carlos on
Pralium.
deck, Cole in the hole.
So I'd say we have about 60 or so people watching live, which is awesome. Great to see that kind of support for a local weightlifting meet. Although people have driven from all over the South, and especially South Florida, to compete here at the Pralium today.
Front foot. Heels.
That's a great looking lift for Bowen.
Good lift for Bowen at 93 kilos.
Strong in all phases.
Let's load that bar to 95 kilos for Carlos's first attempt. Bowen on deck, Cole in the hole.
Bowen weighed in this morning at 77 kilograms on the dot. So that was a full 16 kilograms over body weight for his opening attempt clean and jerk. He ended with 83 kilograms in the snatch on his third attempt. That was his heaviest made snatch, so he's officially posted a total for today, which is awesome. Congrats to Bowen, but he's still got 2 more attempts. And folks, if you're just tuning in, we are in the clean and jerk portion of the first session here at the Pralium. These are youth men. All the male youth lifters lifting this morning. The female youth lifters will be at the session right after this. So plenty of great lifting yet to go today. Lots and lots and lots.
That is a good lift for Carlos at 95 kilos. We're going to go with 98 kilos on the bar for Bowen's second attempt. Carlos on deck, Cole in the hole.
Folks, if you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're cheering for. Toss those in the comments, and I will try and respond on air if I can. Always a fun thing to do.
We're just going to take a quick wipe on the bar. There's a little bit of blood on there.
I also love giving shout-outs to local weightlifting clubs. So if you have a favorite coach, training partner, place you train, gym, box, you name it, let us know in the comments.
Big
We'll give it a shout-out.
to the floaters who are working really hard to get this competition moving. Voters, let's bring the bar to 100 for Carlos's second attempt. Cole on deck, Bowen in the hole.
Michael Straub's asking, what was he rubbing on the bar? Well, lifters are using chalk to increase their grip on the bar. And occasionally you'll actually see the loaders cleaning off chalk that is caked and built on the bar, but every lifter has a different preference. Some like more chalk, some like less. Just depends on the lifter.
Good lift for Carlos at 100 kilos. We're going to load the bar to 103 for Cole's first attempt. Bowen on deck, Carlos in the hole.
Michael, that was a great question. Folks, if you have any other questions throughout the weekend, it's not going to be just me. We're going to have a few guest color commentators on the stream. If you have any questions for any of the athletes or meet director Danny Camargo, we'll try and relay the questions and get you some answers a little later on in the weekend. So let us know. We're nearing the end of the clean and jerks for the men's youth lifters. Just a few more attempts left in this session, but we have Cole up right now from Team Oli Concepts.
Let's load that bar to 105. The lifter is Bowen for his final attempt. Carlos on deck, Cole in the hole.
Stephen and Linda Short asking when will the medals be awarded for the youth. I believe right after the session. You can see the podium in view. We may or may not get all of the podium medal awards on the live stream. It just depends because the next session will be starting up pretty shortly after this in quick succession. And what we are prioritizing this weekend is making sure we get all the lifts on video so that you can see them. So apologies if we have to cut out a medal ceremony, just because we want to make sure that you can see the lift and all the lifters can come back and watch their snatches and their clean and jerks. So great question from the Short family.
Good lift for Bowen final attempt at 105, Cole on deck.
All right, we have Carlos, who also goes by CJ, coming up for his next clean and jerk attempt. And folks, just a reminder, after this session, we will be bringing you the women's youth session. Oh,
That was a
no
great
lift for
attempt for
Carlos.
Carlos. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's bring that bar up to 108 for Cole's second attempt.
Go.
108 kilos on the bar for Cole's second attempt from Team Oli Concepts. 1 minute on the clock.
Go, Cole, you got this. Come on, Cole.
And that is a good hit for Cole at 108 kilos. Let's load that bar to 110 for Cole's final attempt. 2 minutes on the clock.
All right, just one more attempt for the session. That'll be Cole going for a 110 kilogram clean and jerk. Not sure if it's a PR for him or not, but we'll see if he can go ahead and nail that last attempt. Folks, right after Cole's lift, we will actually be taking a quick break before we bring you the women's youth lifting session, which will start up just a few
110
minutes
kilos on the bar
after
for
these
Cole's
men.
final attempt. He is the last lifter of this session. 1 minute 50 seconds on the clock.
Folks, just a reminder, a few minutes after this session, we'll be coming back to you with the women's youth. We have one more lift in the session. Just one more lift for Cole Phipps. Cole is a 69 kilogram lifter from Team Oli Concepts. That's a no lift for Cole. Folks, that has been our men's youth session here at the Pralium in the SoFit Expo. We are going to take a quick break and we'll come back to you in just a few minutes with the women's youth lifters. So stick around.
Okay, we are going to announce the lovely ladies of this next session, which is all the youth female